welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Rudi, and thank you so much for being here. I'm back in my home. Thank goodness. I'm so happy to be back and filming normal, regularly scheduled YouTube videos with you guys. And we are back today with our July favorites and flops. I don't even think I was able to film my June favorites and flops, which is an absolute travesty, because I love favorites and flops. They are my favorite videos to watch and some of my favorite videos to film. We have a good mix here of skincare, hair care, and makeup, because over the last month, I've done quite a lot. Okay, so I came home from France with my husband at the beginning of the month. I launched my very own freckle pen, which I have on right now. Don't worry, it'll be linked down below. But it's not in my favorites, don't worry. There are other things that we will talk about. But just know that the Berry Freckle Pen is always looming in the favorites. I had my photo shoot for the freckle pen as well as a launch party with my best friends in Nashville. So I've worn quite a lot of makeup this month. Oh, and last week I was in LA with Ulta Beauty. So I have worn a ton of makeup. A lot of skincare has been done. A lot of hair care has been done. I actually just got back from the salon like not long ago. So that's why my hair is looking so good. Sorry, this light keeps going on and off. So if you notice that in the video, my absolute apologies. Anyways, as I mentioned, my name is Rudi, and on this channel we talk about skincare, hair care, makeup, body care. We do vlogs. I swear we do vlogs still. I promise you this. Sometimes they're just shorts though, and once I feel like we have more downtime, the vlogs will be back, don't you worry. And I would love to have you subscribe. So let's start off our video with some of my favorites for the month, or one of my favorites that I am so excited about, because I was nervous that this was going to be something that was only available in Europe, and it is now available in the US, and that is the CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. So as I mentioned, I was in France with my husband. We were there for our extended honeymoon / my 30th birthday, and I went to the French pharmacy and I went absolutely crazy and bought a bunch of stuff. I actually have a haul video. If you want to see that, I can link it down below. And this is one of the things that I bought. So as you can see, a lot of the wording on here is in French, but they actually, literally the week I came back from France, they launched this in the US, and La Roche-Posay also launched a version of this product, and of course I bought it. So this is kind of taking the place of both the La Roche-Posay and the CeraVe in terms of the formula. It feels incredibly similar. I have the La Roche-Posay in the shower. I have this one out of the shower. I think I do prefer the CeraVe one over the La Roche-Posay, but they are so beautiful. They don't strip the skin, they do foam up, and they don't leave any oily finish on the skin. It's kind of like the Naturium Glow Getter body wash. You know, I love that one. It was my favorite body wash of the year. Very similar to that, but in a facial formula. I love it. I highly recommend you try it. It's so luxurious and at a drugstore price point. I highly recommend it. It's safe for sensitive skin. It's fragrance free. Of course, it has ceramides, triglycerides, squalene, all the good things. And they just really knocked it out of the park with this cleanser, and it is so freaking good. A lot of people ask me if I use this as a first or second cleanse, and I actually like to use this as a second cleanse. I will still go in with a straight up balm, like an oil cleanser or a balm, before I use this, and I feel like it helps break down the extra makeup that's left over when I go in with this one. So absolutely recommend trying this one out. Let's talk about a floppity flop flop. Okay, this is unfortunate because it's a drugstore product and I was really excited about it because of the wand. This is something I posted about in shorts, and anytime that I go into a first impression video, I'm always hoping that I will like the product, especially if I have spent my money on it, I'm taking the time to try it. I'm not one of those makeup gurus or content creators who does multiple looks in one day. I do my makeup for the things I'm doing that day, and I share that with you, but I don't just do my makeup for a video. Like, I want to wear it throughout the day. I want to tell you how it looks, and I hate having to take my makeup off to put it back on. I have sensitive skin. It doesn't work for me. I just don't like it. So that is unfortunately what I had to do with this product. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Brows 24-Hour Volumizing Brow Mascara. And I was really intrigued because of the wand. The wand is this, like, you know, really pinpointed, plasticky, bristled wand that has a ton of little bristles in it that really help get through all of your eyebrows. And it reminded me of the Patrick Ta brow lamination, which I actually have on today, that I don't actually love, but the brush itself is very nice and does get through every single brow hair. So I thought in a tinted version, that could be amazing. The problem with this is that this formula is so liquidy. I mean, you can hear it. Listen. You hear it? It's so liquidy that it gets everywhere. You know when you're putting on a brow gel and it starts to get above your eyebrows and below your eyebrows and it ends up being a huge mess? That's exactly what this does. If you're really trying to get it in your brows and make sure that it's full and fluffy, it will get everywhere. I would much rather use my Kosas Air Brow, which is my favorite tinted brow gel. It looks like this. It's got a smaller wand to it, and the formula itself is much thicker, almost like a cream. So when you rake it through your brows, it doesn't get everywhere, whereas this one, it's just way too thin of a formula, and I think that the brush is just too, I don't know, like the plasticness of it is not working with the really thin formula. It doesn't like help in any way. It just kind of gets product all over your eyebrows. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I just felt the need. Anyways, don't recommend this. Honestly, the drugstore is starting to get so expensive. I would rather you spend your money on a high-end brow that actually works and stays in place. Okay, next favorite is a hair care favorite, and it has completely changed the game for me when it comes to my slick back ponytails and my slick back hair. I've told you guys about the gel that I used in a past favorites video, which is the Garnier like Stronghold gel, which is absolutely a game changer and so good. But this brush is absolutely the reason why recently my slick backs have looked even better than they ever have before. So this brush is a Conair brush. I've used it so much that the actual name has come off. I'll link it down below. I'll have everything linked down below. And it is a boar bristle brush, but they are really, really tightly packed boar bristles, and they're short. So they really get in there. They also have the brush has a nice curve, as you can see. So once it goes against your head, it's really helping to get every single little hair. It's the perfect little travel size. It's a really small brush, but it works so well. I used to have like a smaller boar bristle brush that I would use just to get the last couple layers, but I am using this to get up every single little piece of hair, especially from the bottom. If you're like me and your bottom layer hair is so short that it doesn't stay up, this is perfect. You put a little bit of gel back there and you slick that up while you're putting it in a ponytail, and it looks perfect. I really don't know what else to say about this besides if you are a person who wears your hair slicked back a lot, you should try this. Which, speaking of hair, I decided that I am going to start growing my hair out again just for fun and start seeing how it looks at every single length and do hairstyles for every single length and talk about that. So if you are with me and you like to have your hair slicked back, you need this. And it's from Conair. I literally got it at Walgreens and it has changed my world. This next fail was really disappointing because I was super looking forward to this product launch. This is a new sunscreen from RMS. This is the Supernatural Radiance Serum SPF 30. I actually got this product early in PR because they asked me if I wanted to work on this campaign, and I always take at least 2 weeks to test out skincare to see if I would be interested in working on a campaign with it. I knew as soon as I got this product that I was not going to want to work on the campaign because of multiple reasons, even though I was so excited about it. Zinc-based sunscreen, and it comes in 3 shades. The problem is a couple things. One, this is sort of promoted and marketed as like a sheer sunscreen that is like glowy and it's for everyone, but it is really opaque and very pigmented. So I don't love that. 2, it is incredibly strong smelling and it has bergamot peel oil in it, which really irritates my skin. My skin doesn't really like essential oils, and in the summer especially, my acne and my eczema really tend to flare in the heat, so I knew that this would not be a good match for me. I also did not have a shade in this line, so there's light, medium, and dark. This is the medium shade. And like I said, it looks like it would work. It's a little too dark on me and it ends up being really opaque. So like, I don't know if you can tell that it has an opaque finish to it, but like it is basically a foundation. You can see the difference in tone there to my hand. Like it just is too dark for me. And then the light shade is literally pink, like white and pink. So there was no shade for me in this line. I didn't like it, and I was disappointed to see that it had bergamot peel oil in it, despite some of the other claims that it had. So to me, I'm really, really liking the Summer Fridays shade drops right now. I've been using it literally every single day over my moisturizer this summer, and it's worked so well. So you can consider that my favorite in terms of SPF instead of this one, sadly. But speaking of skin tints, the skin looking good, I have found an amazing skin tint for the summer and going into fall. I think this is going to be my #1 going into fall especially. It's really expensive, but I promise you it's worth it, and it is the new Hourglass Hydrating Skin Tint from the Veil collection. I'm obsessed with this. I saw a few of my online girlfriends try this out and really, really love it. A lot of girls that I tend to align with on skincare and makeup. So when I got it in PR, I was so excited to try it. I tried it the same day, and I have worn it every single time I've put on makeup since that day. I'm in shade 8 in the summer, and this is what I wore while I was in LA the entire time. It's what I've worn literally ever since I've got it, and it is so beautiful. I've described it to other people on my Instagram and on my TikTok as sort of like a tinted moisturizer feel with a beautiful light medium coverage with a glowy finish. You guys know that I love the Summer Friday Skin Tint. It's still my favorite in general. It's still my #1 favorite because I haven't had as much time with this one as it. But that one is very thin, lightweight, watery consistency. I would say better for oily skin types. This one I would say is better for combo to dry because it's more of a thick cream, but gives you a similar finish with slightly higher coverage. I really, really, really like this, and if you like what I like, I think you should try this one out. I am super particular about skin tints and concealers and the type of things that I wear. And I mean, I'm looking in my skin tint drawer, and the ones that I always come back to are basically the MAC, my sensitive skin serum from Neutrogena, and my Summer Fridays. And I have tried so many. So to say that this is the only one that I've been wearing is a really big deal in my opinion, and I just love it. That's all I can say. I love it. I hope you love it. Let me know if you end up trying this because I would say it is my favorite of this video. And I have it on today, of course. Okay, next fail is a skincare fail, and it's from a brand I really like, which is super disappointing, but you know what? It happens. There is not one singular brand of which I love every single product that they make. I even tried to think about that the other day. I was like, what is a brand that I love every single thing that they've ever created? And that doesn't exist. That's not a thing. And it's okay to like certain things from brands and not certain things from others, etc. I think probably the brand that I would align closest with is either Tower 28 or Milk, just because I continuously end up being impressed with what they put out. But still, it's okay to not like everything from a brand. So unfortunately, the Milky Oil Cleanser from Bioma was a fail for me, which was very sad because I love Bioma. I loved the way that this was marketed. This is Barrier Lipids, Squalene, and Moringa Seed Oil. I don't honestly know what Moringa Seed Oil is, but I was really excited mostly because of the Squalene and that it was called an oil to milk formula. I love that oil to anything like this, similar to this. Anything that has that really hydrating, nourishing feel to it, I was really excited about. But the reason that I don't like this, and I'll show you, well, first of all, the oil itself is really viscous, or non-viscous, whichever it is. You guys always roast me for that because I don't know how to use the word viscous. But it's the scent. I don't know if it's the moringa seed or what it is, but it is so strongly scented like tea tree oil that I simply cannot wear it. I cannot use it on my face. It makes my skin feel insanely... Oh, it's rosehip leaf oil. Is it? Rosemary leaf oil? I don't know what it is, which one of these ingredients it is, but it smells so strong that I cannot use it. Sometimes it's about the experience of a product that makes you decide you don't want to use it. Sometimes it's the feel. Sometimes it's the formula. For me, it was the experience of being in the shower and using my oil cleanser and it really stinking up my whole shower with that really strong scent. I prefer to have unscented skincare as often as possible. I might use a scented body wash, but it was just way too strong for me, and even at an affordable price, I didn't love it. I used the Ginger Melt Cleanser from Peach and Lily, which is a bit more pricey. However, I find it to be more luxurious and a better experience on my face than this one. So I'm sorry if you did like this, but the scent was far too strong for me. It smells very similar to this RMS sunscreen now that I think about it. I don't know. I just feel like everything these days that has that scent in it, it's just like too strongly smelling like a spa, and it just irks me. It irks me. But that's okay because my next favorite makes up for everything in life because it is currently my favorite blush. And that is saying a lot because I am a blush girl. I was just talking about this with someone that my favorite products to shop for and to wear are concealers, skin tints, blush. obviously freckles as well. But I love testing new blushes. I love testing new skin tints, new concealers. And I'm usually not a liquid blush type of girl. There are some that I like. I don't love the Rare Beauty formula, which people always get on me about. I think it's too pigmented. It's too hard to work with. I like the Say Beauty formula, but I do find it's a little bit oily on the skin. So when I picked up the NARS Afterglow liquid blushes, I kind of thought I might have the same reaction of I like it, but I don't love it. And I could not be more wrong. This blush is everything. So I picked up the shade Dolce Vita, which is obviously the best shade because it has this like beautiful like rosy tint to it. It's a little darker than their other shades, but not their darkest shade. And this is the most unique blush formula I've ever tried in terms of liquid blush. It's almost like a gel, and it is so easy to blend into the skin. I think the biggest gripe that people have had with it is that it's too sheer, but I actually like that because I like to be able to build up my product over time, especially with a liquid blush, rather than having a glob and trying to blend it out and make it look natural. You can use this directly on the skin without having to worry about leaving a big patch of your foundation underneath it that's like been pulled up. It works so well, and this color is everything I like in a blush. It's even a little more pink than I would usually go, but man, it has been the blush of the summer for me. I don't have it on right now, but I will add a little bit. I just did like a tomato girl look because that is the trend right now, is to look like a girl that eats tomatoes, I guess, in the Mediterranean. And I can get down for that. But look how easy this blends. Like, boom, boom, blended. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. When I wear this, I don't feel the need to use a highlighter because it has this beautiful, liquidy, really nice highlighted look to your skin. It makes your skin look super healthy. So I don't feel the need to have a highlighter because it just leaves this stunning glow to the skin. So if you haven't tried this, there are a ton of shades. I say pick up the shade Dolce Vita. If you're like a light medium skin tone, I think you're gonna freaking love it. And tell me what you think because it is so freaking good. And these two together, like, heaven on earth vibes. All right, our last fail of the video is something that I talked about in my PR haul video, which was a video I did when I came back from France and I opened all my PR on camera with you guys. Which, by the way, I have chosen my giveaway winners for that. So thank you so much for all of you guys submitting your entries. We will definitely do more of that, don't you worry. And I appreciate all the love and all the comments. So in that video, I said I was really excited to try the Tarte Man Eater blush and bronzer, and I don't like it. I don't like it for multiple reasons. First of all, they sent me these two, and just the sheer quickness of what Tarte is coming out with and discontinuing it just puts a bad taste in my mouth. So like, I literally just bought something from them, I don't know, this was a couple months ago. And when I went to link it for you guys, like the next week, it had already been discontinued. Like, I don't understand how that's possible if you could put something out to discontinue it within like 2 weeks' time. It just seems like a waste to me, and I just have a feeling these types of products are also going to have that because it's just straight up plain black packaging. You have no idea what it is, and to be honest, they're trying to just dupe out other brands at this point. Tarte and e.l.f. were once brands that were really innovative and came up with their own things, and now they are just solely focused on stealing other things from other brands, which I really don't like because that's like the main reason that I don't like Makeup Revolution. I hate the way that they steal everything that they make from other brands. So anyways, beyond that, these are a dupe for, this is a dupe for the Rare Beauty bronzer, and I think people were saying this looks similar to a Nude Sticks formulation, but I don't really think either of them are correct in terms of dupage because this formula is so greasy that it's melting all over itself. I don't know if you can see from the top, like, this product was not meant to be in this form, I don't think, because it's just constantly messy and messing all over itself. So I tried to use these on my face and they sort of went into nothingness. Like, and maybe that's what someone likes, but in my opinion, this like strange cream to powder, almost like barely there formula was not for me. It was not for me. I really thought it was gonna be like a nice pigmented creamy color, and it was like this melty cream to powder that barely showed up and did not sit well with the rest of my makeup. So Sometimes Tarte puts out a banger, and sometimes they just are trying to be on trend and come out with things like this that will have not even 5 minutes of fame and will probably be discontinued in a week. Okay, that was our July favorites and flops. I have a ton of videos that I'm going to come out with for you guys in the next couple of weeks, including, I think I'm going to do a breakdown of some of my most recent favorites that have come out, like that are new launches. Probably will include this if I'm being honest, but there have been quite a few new launches since the last time we've like really sat down and talked, so I thought that could be a good idea. And then also we have an insane empties video we have to do because I don't know what happened, but over the past couple months, I've been emptying stuff like nobody's business, and so has Reed. So we will be back in just a few days with another video, and I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.